Well, looks like love is going to be a love of labor. We have a massive love bomb needed. Um, we have, I think it's about 15 new subscribers. And for those that are new to the channel, I'd like you to welcome you to my channel. I have the most amazing subscribers that participate on this channel. It will really make you think and think outside of the box. And I'm just sharing my experiences on my channel. I've done an awful lot of research trying to understand the insanity in my own family. And when I seen, went inside that bubble to try and solve that problem, and I played it out, went into time to see if that solution was actually a solution, found out it wasn't. So I had to go into, a bigger look at what would happen to solve my family problems. And played that solution out, seen it didn't work, so I had to go outside even that bubble to see, what would it take to solve my issues within my own family dynamics. And it turns out it's a friggin' global issue. And in order to solve global issues, I decided to put up a YouTube channel. And basically, from my observation, humanity is fucking insane. I'm human, so I'm one of them. And part of this, if you haven't clued in, it is a channel that's more like a diary. And I'm putting out my thoughts, my experiences, not in a way to try and teach everybody do things my way, but to get you to think, to get you to observe, to get you to see my own insanity and challenge me on it. That's why I'm not going to edit or censor any conversation that's taking place. I really want you to disagree. Find the disagreement in anything that I'm saying so that I can see my own insanity. And it is a time where you just have to be at one with insanity in order to see your own insanity. And only together and only with a loving heart and good wishes for all will we heal ourselves. So I'd like to welcome everybody to the channel, and what I'm hoping to inspire is these love bombs. Every time we get new subscribers, I like all of people that subscribe to me to just send a welcome on these new subscribers on their channel. Give them a nice welcome, and send them some love, and and just make them feel as welcome as possible. It is a really overwhelming feeling. The more people that come and let you know how welcomed you are, it is an overwhelming sensation that one feels, and it's something that money can't buy. You can, buy a house and buy a car, and, we're all looking for that stuff, and we're all, losing our stuff. So we're getting angry, frustrated, in fear. And while you're in that state of mind, you will not find any logical answers. It just cannot be done. Look through the channel. I'm trying to explain how that one works. So, and just be the love is definitely not the answer. In my search for solutions, I played every self-help book out there. I've listened to every scientist that has, I got the answer. Turns out all of them are bullshit. And I can find their flaws, and I'm kind of showing it on this channel. So these be the love people, love didn't pay for groceries. Love solved 0 problems. But you have to be in a loving, calm state of mind in order to be able to tap into solutions that actually work. When you're calm, can you can you solve anything? You know, anger, frustration is only a drive to solve a problem. But you have to actually be calm in order to be able to solve that problem. So that's why I'm doing these love bombs to welcome everybody, but it's not only the person receiving the love, but it's also a process for you to exercise your own love. If you can't get yourself to express love out to other humans, you will never, like karma, receive that love back. So it's not so much you know, welcoming somebody as something you're doing for somebody else. It's actually something that you are doing for self. And it's a nice little exercise. The more expressions of love that you can put out into your world, the more like karma it will come back at you. So that's why I welcome you to my channel, but I'm also like, I'm trying to put up these videos to give the links and everything to people so that you know who to send a love bomb to. But please participate in it as well, because it's you that will benefit the most. And just, you can have it will get to be an awful lot of work, so because today it's like 15 new subscribers. And I'm kind of, okay, why are my subscriptions going up? And I'm kind of looking at what's the topic that I'm talking about. I did put up a video about Colleen Thomas, which I plan to do an awful lot more videos on that one. I'm gaining a lot more information about the dynamics that she's dealing with, and there's a lot to understand. And if you can understand what Colleen's going through, then you can understand what you're going through. So I think it'll be interesting, at least. I also wanted to mention that I haven't posted too many videos lately. There are some problems uploading, and if I put the links up to all of these people's channels and it doesn't go through, I lose all of those links, all of the information, and I have to go back and do all of that work to figure out, okay, what channel was it, what was their addresses, what were their links, and there's an awful lot of work involved to be able to do that. So I'm hoping this video will upload with no problems. I'm going to save, I'm not even going to bother doing any work to it until I see that it's uploaded. Getting a little smart with that one. But I haven't posted too many videos because my daughter was very ill and in the hospital, and we thought she had to get her appendix out. And that sort of grabbed some of my focus. I'm not a believer in illness. There's a cause. So anytime my daughter gets ill, it's like, okay, what's causing this one? And you just have to observe what her focus is while she's sick, and to understand what's going on. And she is, we come from very, I have a very abusive ex-husband who the experience has definitely destroyed my 4 kids. My youngest is the one that stayed with me the longest. The other 3 kids are dealing with an awful lot of pain on their own. Don't want to have anything to do with mom because they've bought into the brainwashing of their father that their mother is a complete idiot. Who's the idiot? It's like you can judge by the end result, and he's a deadbeat, didn't pay any of his child support. I actually pay him child support for the children that live with me, so we can see who's the one that's insane and who isn't. I just stopped fighting it. It's like, you can call me insane all you want, but let's just examine it. Actually, I am on a long-term disability because they think I'm a little nuts. And it is. I go against everything that people tend to believe that's true. So naturally, if you want to hold your belief that you are the one that's right, naturally the person that's going against what you believe will look a little nuts. I'm kind of thinking that we're all freaking insane, so It's like, who's the one that's able to judge who's sane and who isn't sane? And it's like, I just stopped fighting. I'm not going to prove anything to anybody anymore. If you think I'm crazy, it's like, you didn't know that you ended up giving me a paycheck so that I can produce these videos free and share all of the information that I have free. You know, it's more or less brought to you by our Canadian taxpayers, which I would be more than willing to go out and work within the limitations that our society has placed on me. Because I had to work in a factory for a long time trying to support my kids and a lot of overtime, so the arms are a little crippled. So, and health is your way of telling you you're doing something wrong. So my physical health issues are completely non-existent if I follow my path. As soon as I go off my path, then the health issues creep up. Getting back to my daughter, observing her when she was in the hospital, one of her main focus was trying to contact family. My ex-husband has done a good job trying to separate family and as much as possible. And no family members showed up. She could have died, and her brothers and sisters didn't show up. So kind of painful. And anyways, that's what we're dealing with, is family issues. So I can't really focus too much on the tunnel vision of what it is that I'm dealing with, as much as just share the experiences of what we're dealing with and how to move forward. It is a global issue. My children, for them to not repeat the patterns of abuse, which we've all kind of noticed that abuse is repeated. There's a huge family history on genetics on both sides of my family of abuse. I married into an abusive marriage, and even my ex-husband's family history is got tons of abuse in there. So that was basically my study, is why do these patterns repeat, and why is it that nobody has any information to stop it? Because it's not like I didn't look for information. I just know that tried everything they suggested and it didn't break any patterns. So I ended up finding out we do turn into what we hate. And my kids were lacking love from their father, so their main focus was to get that love from their father. And then while they're doing that, they ended up mirroring him, and now they've turned into him. And so it's the biggest message is don't hate anybody, or you will turn into that hate and not even see it. It also, society definitely has influenced the beliefs that my kids have. So that's why I'm going more global with this, because globally we have to sort of see what it is that we're doing to each other, because we are influencing each other. And you know, you can sit there and watch a child get the shit beat out of them, and just sit there, watch and observe and say, oh, that's wrong, we need to stop that. I don't see anybody actually doing anything to stop it. You're just sitting there watching it. Kind of a global insanity going on. So that's the reason why I haven't uploaded for the last few days. I've been dealing with giving my daughter some love, and because that's ultimately what she needed. She didn't need an operation after all, but definitely had high fevers, all of the symptoms that was appendix she had, but didn't need an operation. All she needed was an awful lot of love, and thank God she has a ton of friends, because she's got a ton of friends that are showing more love than her own friggin' family. And I've given up some of my time to give her some love too. So the next probably videos will have a lot to do with calling Thomas, because I'm observing some behaviors there. It probably will be a little painful for family, because you won't see how family actually teaches and supports the behavior. But I personally believe these would be a family that's more wanting change because they are going so global. Whether they are understanding what they're doing is another thing, but I'm just bringing up food for thought, just sort of reflect, could be wrong. In order to keep your sanity, you gotta sort of keep the mindset, I could be wrong. So I'm opening up the conversation. With love, please tell me where I'm going wrong. And welcome to everybody. Peace out.